Yeah, you know what I was gonna say? It's Wednesday night and we live. It's not Wednesday, it's Sunday.
Hey, welcome, good people. Welcome to another Alex the Car Doctor Live.
Yes. Let me try to add Instagram in on the conversation here. And hopefully they in here. I don't know if they is or not.
We'll see.
Yeah, for sure. Mrs. Car Doctor and Alex the Car Doctor. Back to answer any car questions that you guys may have while we're waiting for everybody to come in.
Remember to put your year, make, and model. That really helps me out.
Yes. Blessings to all, man. You know what I thought? I thought because all of the Super Bowl shenanigans going on,
I figured watching it.
I figured everybody would be watching all of that going on. By the way, the Kansas City Chiefs will be at the Super Bowl again this year. Congrats to them. I will be watching because I like football. Oh, look at that. This is one of my favorite customers right there, Michi. She got the oh, my brain just went blank. This is one of our customers though. I can't. Is it the? Maybe she got the Dodge Charger.
I don't recall.
Hey, Michi. I told her. I said next time you catch us live, say something. She did.
Nice.
Just Blaze says blessings to all.
Same to you, brother.
Evelyn Rodriguez says hello.
Hello.
Michi says hi. Here go Ryan right in there for the first question of tonight. What's up, Ryan? Hey man, shout out to you, Ryan, because I saw on JT's live stream and people were naming their favorite mechanics and you named Alex the Car Doctor. So I just want to say thank you for that. I did see that. We appreciate that. Anyway, he says, hi, Alex. I have a 2014 Ram 1500 5.7. I maybe only put 1,500 miles on it, a year on it. Do you think I should still change the oil once a year? I run it once a week, about 15 miles. Thanks.
Yeah. You know, I think the oil really breaks down when it's actually running, and I never go off of shelf life because I think Project Farms did a oil analysis on like some 1950 oil, and it was still good, fresh out the can. I don't know where he got it from, but it was still good.
So it's sitting. I guess the main thing about when cars don't drive as much, you just really have to worry about the rubber components like the belts and things that dry rot and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be my main concern. Mm-hmm. Belts and hoses and the battery. Make sure you put that battery on the trickle charger to keep that battery alive. That would be the most important thing.
Awesome. Shout out to you, Ryan. Again, thank you for dropping Alex the Cut out there. Sure. Fave.
And also use a fuel treatment so the injectors and stuff won't get gummed up.
All right. Taurus Eastland says, is it a common practice to change the thermostat at the same time you change your radiator?
Yes, it is a common practice at a lot of different shops. I try to recommend it if I can remember correctly. It's recommended. Remember, recommended means you don't have to do it. So if you need to save some coins, you can be like, no, I want to deny the thermostat. But don't get mad at the mechanic if a month down the road the thermostat goes out.
Absolutely.
He tried to tell you.
Right. Just Blaze says, I love the video you did on your sister's X6.
Oh, yeah. That BMW.
Man,
she put that car through. Oh, my God.
It's still running, though, for her. I don't know why she let our 17-year-old nephew drive it, because they could have saved her some money.
I had to rig up a fan on that thing because she couldn't afford the correct radiator fan. So
yeah.
She has to unplug it every time she...
Hey, man, she out here living. She doing what she need to do. Colonel Buckshot, good evening, kings and queens. It ain't easy being greasy.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Man, Colonel, what about that weather? Colonel's from Atlanta, too. I mean, 1 minute we're freezing and the next minute we warm. I don't know.
It was very nice last week.
I ain't complaining, by the way, because I know some of y'all from up north, it's cold up there. Y'all got snow up there, which I don't want or like. So, what's up, Colonel? All right, QDSB. Hi, Alex. I have an 07 Fusion 4-cylinder. It have a delay when shifting to different gears.
I'm not really a big transmission guy. You can try, if you need to take it and get it diagnosed. But if you don't have the means to get it diagnosed, you can try transmission drain and fill and this product called Lucas Transmission Stop Slip that will go in and help lubricate and, it's a good mechanic in the bottle solution if you're trying to save some coins. months. So drain and fill, not flush, and top it with some Lucas transmission stuff.
It worked for us, for real.
Oh yeah, definitely. I put that stuff in my car and truck, even if it's not a problem.
Awesome. Just Blaze clapping over there. I'm gonna say Trey. 4 rays, but I'm gonna say Trey. I bought a car and not sure if the trans fluid has been changed. Should I get a service? 2012 Jetta. Ooh.
Yes, you definitely should get a service. That goes for a lot of people out there that's getting used vehicles, because we're about in the time of month where people are going to be getting a whole bunch of used cars, new cars to them. And the most important thing I can say is, if it don't come with service records, just go ahead and do it. That way you will have the proper records on that vehicle. Because if you don't do it, as soon as tax time over with, a year down the road, it's going to start giving issues.
Right. And I drive a 2011 Jetta. That's why I was like,
yep.
Good car, man.
Make sure you use the correct transmission fluid. That's the most important thing. Go to the dealership. I recommend going to the dealership, because
to get the fluid, you don't have to go for the service.
Yeah, the auto part places, they will give you the wrong stuff. They've been known to do that. So be careful.
Sure. 20 Jetta's in the house tonight. I drive a TDI too, by the way. Love that car. Oscar says, "Hey folks, love the videos. What would you consider running a car hard?"
Running a car hard is very heavy footed and not changing the oil and doing the maintenance on the vehicle. Let's picture a fleet vehicle, Amazon or UPS. They drive them like they stole them. And let's just imagine they didn't maintain their vehicles, which they do a very good job of maintaining them. That's how they keep them on the road. So that kind of give you a visual of what happened to an engine driving it hard.
Just be people in Atlanta drive real hard. I ain't gonna lie. Just Blaze says, "I'm scared to get a BMW, but I'm loving the 2019 X5 40i." Now wait a minute before you say, I don't know what you're about to say. I don't know what you're about to say. Like okay, I know this, so I'm gonna say, I saw in the Consumer Report, because I be reading in my free time. The BMW SUVs are actually pretty good this year and last year.
If you got my thing is this: get what you want. Just make sure you can afford the repair bill. A lot of people are going out and buying Range Rovers, BMWs, big Mercedes, big time Audis, and they work at McDonald's flipping burgers. Now good as well they're not going to be able to maintain that car. Soon as a light come on, guess what they're going to do? They're going to try to take it to a cheap mechanic. The cheap mechanic say, I can't touch it, or he's going to attempt to touch it, and you're going to be having a raggedy car. Sort of like my sister's situation.
What you trying to say? Her car
raggedy. Yeah,
don't do my sister-in-law like that. Okay, she doing the best she can. I'm calling
you out. That car got all
she doing the best she can. Don't do her like that.
I told her to sell that thing. Can't maintain it. It's hard to maintain. Parts are expensive.
Got to pay to play.
Labor rates are expensive.
Yeah, especially labor rates are higher on Euro cars than domestic vehicles.
Take more special skills and special tools.
Absolutely. So long as you got the money to pay to play, I say buy whatever you want. Just don't be looking crazy when it's time to come up out that wallet. Yeah. Okay? So long as you expect that,
don't go to Joe Blow down the street, because he's going to tear something up.
All right. James says, "Hello, you schooled me on a 3.6 Pentastar. I have the 2012 Dodge Journey SXT with that tick. Oh, watch your videos a lot. You teach me a lot. Thank you. You're amazing."
I appreciate it, buddy. I really do. That's why I'm out here trying to do my thing and educate the consumers, because I'm all about the consumers. And, technicians learn from me too, but I don't really cater to
other techs per se, but they can watch if they want.
Yeah.
But, Alex has, even before YouTube and stuff, he's always been about the end customer. Like, okay, do you know, ma'am, how to take care of your car? Because a lot of people, and I'm just saying ma'am, but it's a lot of men that don't know how to take care of their car either. So, he's always cared about the end viewer and end user. Like, okay, this video or this live is to help you, either save money or know what you're getting yourself into when you buy the car. So,
or if you just want to see the process, a lot of people is never going to attempt to do some of the stuff I'm doing, but they want to see where their money is doing. You know, hey, oh man, yeah, my money is getting put to good use because I'm getting this job done on my car, and I see what they have to go through.
Right.
So I don't feel so bad now of forking over X, Y, and Z money.
And it helps us because customers come in. If you want your lifters done on like a GM, and we say, look, it's $4,500. Oh, no problem. Yep. I already saw the process. I understand.
No rebuttal.
So, yeah, for sure. But thank you for your kind words, James. So we appreciate you. Cortez J says, what do you think of the Infiniti VQ platform?
I would have to see the VQ. I don't follow Nissan like that because Nissan left a bad taste in my mouth. So you got to be really
for those
careful.
Can't be making statements like that vague. For those of you who don't know, Nissan, Infiniti, same thing. They got the same mom and daddy, basically.
Yep, same mom and daddy. It's just one is a stepchild. They treat them like stepchild, and the other one is they golden child.
Mm-hmm.
The VQ. They're talking about the engine. Let me see. VQ is a family V6.
The 2.0 and a 4.0.
Okay. I don't see too many issues.
As long as it ain't the one that be having the timing chain issues.
Infiniti, I don't really see too many issues out the Infinitis like that.
Yeah.
You know, I do see some with timing chain issues on like the newer models, but those models I haven't really seen too many issues. The 4 liters, I do know about them. I don't think I get too many 2 liters in my shop.
But the 4.0 is good?
Yeah, I like the 4.0.
All right. Get that if you're trying to get that, Cortez. It's a good pick. Redefined says, good to see y'all. Girl, it's good to be seen.
For sure.
Because I'm telling you, today was a day of just nap and relax. Eat and more nap. Okay. Michi Butt says, hi, my sister has a 2021 Tahoe Premier.
Ooh, nice.
Why does it whine when pressing on the accelerator?
Whining. Ooh, that could mean a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be the power steering pump because those things have electric power steering.
Mm-hmm.
Whining can be like a pulley going bad or drivetrain noise. I would physically have to hear the whine for myself.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely an issue going on with it.
Whining when she accelerates, when she pressed the gas.
Yeah, that's rotational.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm thinking the pulley, bad alternator, bad idler pulley, somewhere down that line. That's what I'm thinking.
Is it something bad? That's really when people ask questions, they want to know, is it expensive?
It just depends on what it is. If it's like a drivetrain noise, meaning like if it's coming from whining, I know differentials will whine if they don't have the proper lubricant or if it's wearing out. Yeah, I think the belt system comes to mind with this particular problem.
Because it's so new.
Yeah, it's so new. You would just have to get it diagnosed, or I would have to physically hear it.
Uncle Marks. Oh, what's up, Uncle Marks? He says, hi from Manitoba, Canada.
Ooh,
Heat
nice.
wave.
I love Canada.
We are 20 degrees warmer than normal. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, we went from, hey, y'all better, they letting the kids out of school. You know, in Georgia, if you spill a cup of ice on the ground, they're going to shut the schools down.
Yeah, that's funny.
But now it's like, okay, I can get my short sleeve. I really don't need a coat. So I'm glad. Enjoy that weather because I know it can get worse. Tony Feliciano says, what do you think about all those frozen Tesla cars that didn't do work due to the cold?
I said it before in the past, hybrid is not the way. You got these lithium ion, electrical. I'm sorry. EVs, electric vehicles are not the future, guys.
But yeah, everybody's pumping them out. I just saw a commercial for electric Cadillac.
You got to think that the EV, the batteries, it has so much of a worse impact on the environment than regular petrol. You got to mine. Who knows? They probably got child labor over there mining the lithium fields. Then lithium don't do good in the cold. Then you got range anxiety. You just got too much going on with the EV. If your power go out, you messed up. The grid can go down in any moment. It's no self-sufficiency. Like if something really go down, you can't use your vehicle.
I saw a video like it was like at least 10 to 12 Teslas just stuck.
Jeez.
And so
they get too cold and they shut down. I would say, once because the EVs sales are going down.
Really?
I have seen that, and people starting to realize, hey, this is not the way.
But yet they pumping them out. They're
trying to pump them out.
Hopefully it's just a phase, and we can go back. At least what you say the future is?
The future is a plug-in hybrid, or if they really want to be for the consumer, which none of these big companies are ever for the consumer, they'll do a hybrid diesel. See, with a diesel, you can be 100% self-sufficient. You can actually make your own diesel fuel. EPA. I hope I don't come up missing from saying this.
On that note, since I love my husband, let's move on to another
diesel and the hydrogen cells. That's more of the future, in my opinion.
I doubt we'll ever see hydrogen.
Nah, Toyota experimenting with it. I think Japan over there got it.
Will it make it to America?
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. Shantae says, hey, what are your thoughts on Mitsubishi Outlanders?
I like them a lot.
Depending on the year, though.
Yeah, depending on the year. You want to make sure that it doesn't share the Nissan CVT transmission. I found out recently I made a mistake and bought. I didn't make a mistake. I like Outlanders so much. I just purchased it from the auction and did a little research on it after getting it, and come find out it shares the same transmission with the Altimas, the dreaded horrible CVT. Also some of the Chrysler products share that same CVT transmission. I'm like, dang, y'all just spreading cancer around, because Mitsubishi is known to be a good underrated vehicle. So just do your research on the transmission.
Now if you're talking older, like what,
06,
you're trying to buy like a little older 06, those are great.
Man, those are bulletproof. You can put just like 500,000 miles on them things easily. You'll get tired of that car before it break down on you.
But if you're talking about something newer, do check, hey, what kind of transmission is in here? And if you don't know, if you're not buying it from the dealership, like take that VIN, call the dealership and be like, hey, what kind of transmission is in here?
If they say CVT, I just stay away from it.
Don't do it. Otherwise,
they're dicey.
Mitsubishi is a good brand, though. All right, Hector Nunez says, do you recommend a 2017 Toyota RAV4?
Of course.
Yeah.
Man, anything with the beginning of go get it.
It's gonna last a lot longer than half of this stuff.
I love a RAV4. You got the money to play, go right ahead. You're gonna pay premium for that bad boy.
Yeah, you are.
You know, you're getting premium stuff.
Jeffrey says, what's up, Jeffrey? Jeffrey being here a lot. I like he comments a lot, yes. And by the way, I wanted to say congratulations to you for 70,000 followers on Facebook. That's what's up. Look at you, babe. Okay.
I don't know. I'll be looking.
I keep up with everything. It says, is the combination gas electric hybrid 2013 Toyota Highlander a good vehicle?
It's a Toyota. They got it down pat. Toyota is what led this hybrid thing with their Prius. If you didn't know, Prius was the first good known mainstream hybrid automaker, and everybody wanted to follow suit after that. Toyota has always been the leading auto manufacturer when it comes to technology and stuff. If you see in the hybrid, if you see Toyota doing something or dropping something, like Toyota dropped all their EVs and they're not making EVs, there's something going on.
Right.
They can foresee something that no one else can, and they're shifting their focus to hydrogen. So Toyota, like I said, anything with the word "to," you're good to go. But you got to be careful of some of them, like the 07 Camry. That was a bad year for them.
Right, absolutely.
Just to throw it out there.
Matthew says, hey guys, just showing some love. It's been a while. It's good to see you.
What's going on, Matthew?
It's been a while since he's been in the chat.
Glad to have you on, buddy.
Yep. Ryan says, thanks, and you're welcome for saying about your channel on the live stream. Your channel has taught me so much in answering all my questions, so it's the least I could do. Thanks again. I appreciate that, man. Really. Lewis Harris Jr. says, Valvoline stripped my oil pan drain plug, but says they didn't do it. Will I need to buy a whole new pan?
It depends on your budget. Now, the proper way but as a good mechanic, I must tell you all to do the proper thing, which is replace the pan. But if you don't have the budget to do that, you can buy these little universal drain plugs that has a butterfly thing at the end. It's like you stick it up in there, and once it's like a spring loaded thing that kind of flings out to kind of hold it in there, and you screw it up, and it's got this little rubber thing. You can get that. They have so many other like strip drain plug solutions. If you don't have the money to do a oil pan or to get it fixed, it can be fixed, but you have to have somebody that really know what they're doing, that can tap the hole and make threads, and so you can put an oversized drain plug. That's another good solution.
So the easiest, fastest way to solve it is to replace the pan.
Yes.
But the cheaper way is to get the plug, but you still gotta find somebody to do it.
Well, you can fix it, but you have to find somebody to do it properly. But the easiest and best way is to get one of those strip drain plug things. They sell so many of them.
Where can they get it?
Auto parts store. You just go up there and be like, hey, my drain plug stripped out. What solutions you have for me? And they'll show you a whole wall of different things. But I like the little butterfly thing that kind of opens up so it won't fall out. That's the best one. Dang, I have to show you because you probably don't know what I'm talking about.
Thinker outside the box in the house. What's up, people?
Happening?
Nothing, chilling. When I say we was cold hard chilling today, man, I don't know, man. We needed a day like today for sure. I always mess this up. I'm just say M and me. I have the 06. No. I don't know. See, come on, man. I have the 06 SRT Chrysler 181,000 miles. What other parts can be replaced? It has the lifetime fuel tank replacement warranty. After fill up, it still occasionally shuts off after the third tank.
It sounds like you may have a EVAP problem, like a purge solenoid. Purge solenoid, what it does is it's like a little valve, a little shutoff valve. It allows fuel vapors to enter the engine to be burnt in certain I guess certain situations, the engine running. But if it's stuck open, it's not designed to take in those fuel vapors. It's going to stall out on you. I see it all the time. So you may have a purge valve issue. That's what I'm thinking. That comes to mind.
Have fun with that SRT though.
No, that's a good one. Yeah. We sold one of those. Very good cars.
Yeah. Trey says, same Jetta, the third-party German car repair shop said I needed an oil vacuum pump reseal bushings. How do I know if they are just trying to sell me a service or it's a legit find?
What they should have done is told you that we need to clean up the area real good, clean the engine, charge you whatever they charge to clean the engine up for you, spick and span, and then have you drive around if they can't locate the leak right away, because most of the time it's not a leak, it's a seep, and a seep is not going to show its butt right away. So they should have told you, hey, we're going to clean it up for you, charge X, Y, and Z, go drive around for about a week or two and come back and let us double check the area. If they just kind of pinpoint something out the blue and shotgun it with their eyes closed, they're most likely going to miss and make you spend a lot of money. Well, this didn't do it, let's try this, and so on and so forth. So if they didn't tell you something like that, just go get a second opinion or kind of school them along, like, hey, you should actually clean my engine up and have me come back in a week or two if you really like the shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or just say, hey, can we do that first?
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Just Blaze says, I love when y'all go live.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We like going live. You know what? Because I know we missed last Sunday.
We had a birthday party.
So we got 5 kids, right? And it's always somebody's birthday. But I'm pleased to say that was the last birthday for the next few months.
My daughter coming up. Oh my God.
So now, because I know during the holidays, we have 2 November babies, 1 October baby, then Christmas and stuff. So the lives get a little choppy in the second half of the year. But we should be good every Sunday from here on out. We try to make that commitment to come. Mm-hmm. Anytime we don't come live, it's only because there's a family thing going on. Always. So
family come first.
Yep. So, other than that, we be on here with y'all talking cars. Kid Task says, I have an 09 Cadillac SRX. Sometimes the engine doesn't crank. The starter doesn't kick in. No clicking, nothing. I can crank the starter over from the fuse box. Then the car will act normal for a while.
I would definitely swap around my relay. You may have a relay, just simple relay problem. I have seen that problem on that particular vehicle. I would try that. Normally you can swap. Normally the relays are all the same. So you can take the one that you know works, which you can physically test. It's like the horn. You can go in there, beep, beep. Okay, this relay works. Let me swap it over for the starter relay. Or something like that. You want to do something simple. You don't want to swap over something you need, like the radiator fans or, important stuff. So you want to make sure that relay that you're swapping over is not important, that you're not going to need it just in case that relay is bad. So that's my tip for that situation. Or just throw a starter at it. I normally don't recommend just throwing parts at it. Yeah. I always recommend to run the proper test, but test that first.
There's a channel. There's a video on our channel about that.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's a little old.
I don't know where it's at. It's old,
but it's about. I'm gonna try to look it up while we going on. I
don't think you're gonna find it.
Kid challenge accepted.
I forgot.
Challenge accepted. Don't worry about me.
I forgot I made that video.
Yeah, we did a whole little starter, and he teaches you how to do the relays and all of that stuff.
Did.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, Kid Task. Just stay on with us. I'm gonna be looking for it while Alex is answering questions. Miles, Alex, my mom went against my advice.
Oh gosh.
And got a twin turbo 2023 Tundra instead of a 2021 with the V8. What advice can you give to make the twin turbos last as long as possible?
All right. So my best advice here is to, if you don't know how, if you do know how, do your own oil changes. That way you can put the best quality of oil in your vehicle. If you don't know how to, if you don't want to get down and dirty with it, you can simply go to the store and get like some really good oil, like Pennzoil Platinum or Mobil One, like the most expensive stuff you can find. Because expensive stuff really does matter when it comes to oil, because they put extra additives and things and anti-friction stuff in it to make things like turbos and bearings last a lot longer. So you can pick that stuff up with a synthetic filter and bring it to your oil change location and like, hey, put this stuff in here. Because to be honest with you, a lot of these auto shops can't be trusted. The dealership can't even be trusted sometimes, because when my days of working at the dealership, they use bulk oil, meaning it's some stuff that they got for a fraction of the price and wasn't of really good quality. A lot of people don't know that. So be careful with the oil you use, because turbo engines heavily rely on their oil quality. So hopefully that helps.
And I found the video.
That quick.
Put some respect on me. You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on it. All right, Kid Taz, this one is for you. I don't know if you're going to see it, but the video is called, come on and focus, camera. Come on, baby. It's called How to Tell If the Starter is Bad. That's the video right there. And
they can't see that.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. I can't control it. The focusness. Okay, boom. Move, babe.
I'm trying to.
You messed it up. I had it.
No, you did.
I had it. Anyway, there you go. Oh.
See,
right there, how to tell if a starter is bad, and he walks you through the procedure on how to test and swap them relays, etc., and that was for you, Kid Task. All right, excuse you, I'm finna put Alice out of here, and I'm finna answer all the questions. All right, thank you, Iman me for the super chat.
Appreciate that, highly do.
We appreciate it, y'all, for be doing it. You know what I'm saying? We know times ain't, everybody ain't got no money to be giving away.
I do. I appreciate it.
So we thank you always. All right.
Highly appreciate it.
Sonoras, I hope I said that right. 777 said, in the Midwest winter, we had a cold 2-week period, temps below 0 degrees, and I didn't need to drive my vehicle. Is it better to let the car sit untouched, or should I start the vehicle periodically?
I'm not too familiar with cold climates when it comes to maintaining vehicles, but from my knowledge and experience from over the years, I would say you want to keep everything like flowing, like so periodically go out there, crank it up, let things get to moving, attach a trickle charger to your battery, because your battery will, go dead. You have some battery issues. I do know in cold climates like that, if you don't want to crank your vehicle up, you can have a block heater installed on it and a battery heater installed on it if you don't want to crank it up. But if you don't have those things, it's good just to crank it up to get everything, moving and heat it up under the hood and thaw out. So that's from my experience. Hopefully that 2 cents help.
And I'm never moving out of Georgia. I can't do cold. Mage, I be hoping I'm saying your name right. Says being up north in New York City, what do you need to do to winterize your vehicle, and how do you protect your car from all of that salt?
Let's start with the salt. You can take it to a undercoat place. We don't have undercoat places up here, so I don't know what they're called. Yeah. I'm just going to call it an undercoat shop. You just call around different places and be like, hey, do you spray on the undercoat protection? And I'm pretty sure there's plenty of places around in your area for that. So it's like a tarry or black substance, but it protects against the salt. Your vehicle won't rust away. Winterizing, modern day vehicles are very good already. It has everything it needs. In your kind of climate, the most important thing is to keep up with the antifreeze intervals. Most antifreeze will say good up to 150,000 miles or 10 years. So you just want to get that switched out because antifreeze properties will break down and they will not protect against freezing anymore like they did when they were new. And you don't want antifreeze to freeze in your block. It will crack it and destroy it. So that's the only thing you have to do. You don't really have to winterize it. I may be wrong, but from my experience, I don't have experience with cold climates in the automotive industry, but from my experience, that's all you should have to do.
It got to be somebody in the chat chime
in. Hopefully, I'm telling you guys, right? There's a lot of you guys that live in cold climates. So another tech, please chime in if I'm missing something here or telling them wrong.
Right. Evelyn Rodriguez says, I have a 2011 Toyota Sienna. Besides Mopar, what's the next best place to buy a decent axle? I agree with Nissan. It's a problem child. Yeah, for sure. If you're not gonna get it from Toyota,
Mopar. Besides Mopar, that's Chrysler. That's Dodge Group.
Maybe
that threw me off right there.
I'm not gonna say Napa. You know who my favorite kid right now and my child is right now? O'Reilly's. Even though
y'all deal with parts more than I do.
Yeah, I know. I know. If I had to buy an axle, I would do O'Reilly's AutoZone in that order.
I do like AutoZone,
but
I got a good relationship with them.
We do. That's where we met. 18 years ago. Okay. And I worked there, by the way. A lot of people don't know that, but the Duralast Gold CV axles are pretty good too.
I've never have a problem with them.
Yeah, and that's from AutoZone. I can tell you
that out my many years of having comebacks with parts failure, I don't think I've it's always one long time ago. Yes, I always like CarQuest or something, but I rarely ever see Duralast Gold axle come back with failure issues.
So
hopefully that helped. We're not parts experts.
I'm not gonna say. Speak for yourself. That's what I do for a living, for free.
I just installed the parts with my eyes closed. So I don't even be watching when I be putting them on.
I like Duralast Gold, but I like O'Reilly's too. So
okay, well, hopefully that helps.
All right, Johnny says, "Hey Alex, so I replaced my 2016 VW Jetta. Okay, the Jettas is standing up tonight.
Jetta's up through here.
Okay, 1.8 water pump and thermostat. Now it's not leaking, but the car has a louder noise when on. Seems to be the fans. Thank you. Love y'all's videos and energy."
I appreciate that. First off, if it seems like the fans, did you properly bleed the cooling system? Because if it's air bubbles in that cooling system, the temperature is going to be all over the place and the fans are going to come on high speed and it's going to be very loud. Normally what you're used to hearing is the fans coming on at low speeds and you don't really hear them like that. But if they're coming on at high speeds, the car is trying to cool itself down. So I will try to, again, if you haven't, bleed the air out the system again. Now, be careful when doing so. You don't want to never do this process when it's hot. You want to make sure the vehicle is cold, cool to the touch. Then start the bleeding process. I did make a video on this. It's a pretty popular video.
One of the most popular videos on the channel. So.
Bleeding a car, purging the air out the cooling system is not a one car thing. It's, so this video covers a wide variety of cars, even the Jetta.
Try that, and sometimes it takes a while. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully that helps you, Johnny, and thank you for watching always. Now, Lewis said he had a 2015 Dodge Charger with the fuel. Was that him with the fuel?
Not sure.
Let me go. Let me see. Can I go back up right quick and catch your original comment so we can be on the same page? There we go. Valvoline. Oh, the oil pan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that. I think if I remember correctly, that oil pan is a job on that Charger. It's got the Pentastar in it because it's the SE. If I can remember correctly, that's a job. So that may be expensive if you go with the replacement route. Yeah. So hopefully what we suggested earlier, you can, the situations are good. I've seen people ride around with universal, with the repair plugs in there for years without any issues.
Yeah. So hey, we ain't count nobody pockets, and we know it's tax time. So if you can get it done the right way, replace the pan.
Now, a lot of people, like if you go to quick lube places like you've been doing, a lot of people won't touch if you have that.
I know Walmart won't for sure.
They won't touch it. Like, you got to one of these strip pan repair things plugs. We're not gonna touch it. I don't know why, but
it's a liability.
Yeah,
because they already don't know what they're doing.
Guys, quick tip time, good people. I suggest if you do use a quick lube place, use the same one. Create a good follow-up with them. What's the word I'm looking for? A good paper trail with them. So if anything does go down, like the pan bolt strips out, you can blame them. Like, look here.
I always bring my car here.
Yeah.
So who else did?
Yeah, who else did? Y'all the only one that touched it. Look at my history through y'all. And once they pull up the history, they're gonna be looking like, yeah. And that's when you say, yeah, fix my stuff.
Right. Don't play with me.
Yeah, I'm going to court. Because it's kind of hard if you jump around from oil change to oil change place to find out who did it. That's just a little tip.
Nobody gonna take the blame. Jim says, how do you keep up with the changes from one model year to the next? That's a great question.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is truly my God-given talent, and I have the brain capacity for it. But
now I'm gonna say that's all he got the brain capacity for. Okay, I know who I married when I married him.
But I would say this: once you understand the concept of an internal combustion engine, they all become the same. When I'm teaching my techs different techniques and things at my shop, I'm always saying, if you understand how to do this, you can fix other vehicles too. They're all similar in design. Now, of course, they got so many different designs and many different ways to skin a cat. But then at the end of the day, the cat is going to be skinned.
And it's still a cat.
Yeah, it's still a cat. It doesn't change. So, yeah.
You have a beautiful mind, though. I watch him work, and I be like, ooh, I could never. Where this go? It's too much. Make my head hurt.
I love it.
I know you do. Just Blade says, I'm taking your word on how you said the newer BMWs are reliable. Yes, I'm telling you. Look into Consumer Report, because we have it, because Alex's dad makes sure we have it every year. I love
Consumer Report.
And at the end of the year, they come out with their big auto repair issue. I think you can buy that separately. But I was surprised. I remember like, what? BMW? And I'm surprised that they're on the list. That's like really reliable. Also, you said I gotta pay to play. That's right. You gotta have that money now. When it's time to go fix it, you better not cry.
I think you're little got the Mercedes. I'm not gonna say her name.
My cousin.
Yeah, she be crying every time she come to pay the repair bill. Right, I thought she was supposed to be
I thought she's supposed to be switching to a. I'm gonna call her. No, actually, it's time for her A service, so she'll be in there. Dustin says, check the drivetrain and pulleys. I think that was for that Tahoe. For that Tahoe. But she says
he was the same. Yeah, it's drivetrain and pulleys. Yeah, I'm thinking more.
She was like, she's gonna bring it to you anyway. I told you this is one of our customers. Yeah,
nice.
We just saw her recently. It was her charger. Was it coils? She had the coil packs and stuff done, and it still was skipping. And it wound up being, she was just in the office like last week or two.
What did it end up being?
I don't know. Meet you if you still here. Tell us. Rigged Ralph says it's beer 30.
Yes, sir. I'm out of beers.
He been drinking too many Coronas. I was like, nah. He on water right now. He on water, Ralph. And don't bring no beer to the shop neither. Just Blade says AMG or M. What is better in y'all's opinion?
I love the AMG. I can't even get it at AMG. I love power.
I agree.
Yeah, I love the Mercedes. And the M, I'm guessing he's talking about the M series BMW.
AMG then, for sure.
For sure. Myself an AMG. Can't go wrong with a Mercedes. They nice.
Malik Day, Native Moore says our favorite duo is back at it. I'm telling you,
sure.
We be trying to like be consistent, but it's like every time I turn around, a kid needs something.
They've been sick.
Yeah.
Dealing with asthma. And
every time I turn around, somebody's birthday, we got this, and we're really, really big on showing up for the kids for any event that they have. Like, I don't care what's going on. We're going to cut that and we're going to show up and be in the crowd for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Kids remember that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn says, what's up? Hey, Uncle Marks. Everybody know Uncle Marks.
Yeah, Uncle Marks is popular.
That's right. Y'all check out his YouTube channel over there too. CW says, spot on. Dustin says, electric will never be the way. Hybrid may be okay.
Yeah. You said it there. Hybrid may be okay.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Uncle Mark said he would buy a hybrid.
I would buy a hybrid. I actually want a hybrid, but I can't afford one right now. I want that Wrangler plug-in hybrid. Man, that thing got the power of a 392 Wrangler, believe it or not. Like, if
wait a minute, hold on, because I'm gonna say, even if he can't afford it, he's so cheap, he ain't gonna buy it. He still ain't gonna buy it.
Yeah, I think I will if I.
YouTube could be paying $1 million a month. He ain't gonna buy
I'll buy one. It's a lot.
But you were saying 392.
Oh yeah, if you put a 392 Wrangler up against the plug-in hybrid, the 4xe, that 4xe they will take off together. And slowly the 392 will start pulling away. But that's impressive to be a 4-cylinder, fuel efficient Jeep. Like, combined, what they call? I forgot what they combined. But anyway, combined with the electric motors and the engine, it's like 50 miles to the gallon, or they call it something else.
I love it. Rufus Johnson. Actually, that's my cousin. What up, cuz? In here. Says, I have an 04 Jeep Grand Cherokee and I'm experiencing a whining pitch noise while idling.
That may be power steering related on that particular Jeep. Bring it on by. I know your Jeep like the back of my hand.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Power steering issues. Dustin says, Nissan equals Jacko equals bad. What the kids say? No lies told right there. Well, no lies told. No cap. That's what they say. Evelyn says, I have a 2011 Toyota Sienna. Besides getting from, we answered that already. What he said, he meant the dealer. Besides getting it from the dealer. And I said, O'Reilly's AutoZone. And we like Duralast Gold, the AutoZone brand there. Leona, I hope I'm saying that beautiful name correctly, says, hi there, Alex. I have a 07 Ford Fusion. It seems to delay a little when shifting gears. What could it be? No code.
Did we answer?
I think so. We did, but
I think I pointed in the right direction.
Also, they said it's a torque converter seal, but I'm not sure.
How did I know it's the torque converter seal? It must be leaking transmission fluid if a seal done went bad. So somebody, is it leaking? You would know. You park your car in your driveway and you see spots everywhere, little puddles. Then you definitely have a seal issue. But if you don't see anything leaking, somebody is just talking out of their rear.
Yeah. Is anything leaking, ma'am? Let us know. CW says, love y'all's energy.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Thank you. You know what? We've been married a long time, and he be getting on my nerve for real, but he my friend. This is my boo right here. I mean, sometimes, like, okay, when we get off this live, he's still gonna talk to me about cars.
No,
and I'm gonna say,
I promise you, I won't.
I'm gonna say, we just spent an hour and 30 minutes on live talking about cars. Talk about anything but that. But
I'll
no,
probably go watch some car videos.
That or I got to hear somebody talk. I'm like, listen, we go to work in the morning. Let's talk about anything.
I'm accustomed to learning stuff. I
really love it though.
To learn about the automotive.
He really love it. He really does.
You'll be a fool to say you know everything about automotive.
Oh, absolutely.
The industry is so huge. You'll never stop learning. It's forever changing.
ATL taste testers.
What's going on, B?
I heard somebody say Mitsubishi. Gotta love it. Listen. So
we got you. We got you that car. What, 4 or 5 years ago?
Listen to me.
That car has been
that car. It's got almost what? It's well over 200,000 miles, pushing 300,000 miles, and that Mitsubishi ride better than all of our cars.
It'll outlast like 2 or 3 of my husband's cars.
Don't be putting my brother on blast. Don't worry about it. He got a Toyota Tundra now.
Yeah, he's good to go now.
But Mitsubishi is underrated, guys. A lot of people, when they go out and buy, you hear Toyota, Honda, but Mitsubishi is good. Just them Outlanders, if you don't get the one that share the same transmission as the Nissan platform, and you good. Say Big Timer. I'm telling you, man. Who remember the Big Timers? We ain't Big Timers yet. We on the way, though. We on the way. It's on the way.
We in the struggling timers right now. It's this time of butt.
Oh, man. It's like so slow. You know what I'm saying? Rigged Rap said, I'm trading a Lincoln for EV.
Yeah, you gotta regret that.
Yeah, right.
My brother loved that Lincoln.
Yeah, man. We put this is Alex's brother, by the way, y'all. And he got a new Lincoln, man. It's luxurious.
Nice.
I think people sleep on Lincolns though.
Oh yeah, Lincoln's very nice.
The Lincoln Navigator was by far my favorite family SUV. It's still sexy and classy. However, it's just something about that new Escalade. It's just
calling.
I know, and I know they got lifter problems, and I know that.
But I'm a fan of that Continental now. That thing, it comes with so many features. It's like it never stops surprising you. It seemed like,
man, Lincoln, y'all check them out. I don't know about all of them. We're gonna see what his Lincoln we just got. See how much maintenance he got to do. But the Lincoln Navigator is the same as the Ford and the Ford Expedition. They're sexy, they're classy, they luxurious if you're looking for a Cadillac Escalade alternative. But I don't blame you if you still want to ride that Lac, because it's just oh man, they so beautiful. They just glide down the street. They gonna be ticking though one day, I guess. I don't know. Yolanda Johnson says, what caused the ABS light to stay on?
Okay, the ABS light stands for a brain fog here. Anti-lock brake system. It's a brake assist. When the ABS is not functioning, when a sensor is not functioning properly in the ABS system, it will turn itself off. The ABS consists of multiple different things. It could be a wheel speed sensor, most likely the cause. It could be your ABS module. It could be your steering wheel angle sensor, because the ABS system on certain cars uses the steering wheel angle sensor. You really won't know until you put a scanner on it and get pointed in the right direction. Just because sometimes it says replace the wheel speed sensor, that's not always the case, because it'll say wheel speed sensor and you can have play in your wheel bearings. And when you have play in your wheel bearings, where the sensor reads, the wheel bearing have so much play that the reluctor wheel that the sensor read on will move away from the sensor, causing it not to read anymore, causing an error code. So it's important to check your bases when looking at ABS sensor faults. Check the front end, check wires. It's a lot that goes into it. So you're going to have to really get it properly diagnosed, but it's going to be one of those things that I mentioned.
Hopefully it helps.
I know that was a mouthful. I'm sorry.
Sometimes I be spacing out. You know? What did he say?
I like to be thorough.
Shantae says, okay, so no CVT transmission at all.
Unless it's a Toyota.
That's right.
And Honda, I've heard weird mixed reviews about Honda CVTs, but for the most part, they're okay.
Subaru's good.
Oh yeah, Subaru, they don't give issues. Yeah. I bet we forget about Subaru. My first
about
love.
Subaru. That was your first car. Yeah, I almost didn't date him because he had a Subaru station legacy wagon of 1992. Yeah, and he came to pick me up on my date. And you know we live in the hood, so I'm like, what is this? What kind of car he got?
That's when Subaru went popular. No one knew nothing about a Subaru back in the day when I had one.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
We're talking about like 04. Around 04, 05, somewhere around that area when I first started driving that Subaru.
I know, but when you came to get me, I was like, you got a station one? Nah, that ain't finna work, man. Nah, those are good cars. You went on to buy me my first Subaru. I had a Forester. I love that car.
That thing was a tank.
Kept having kids, man. Can't fit them all in there. I miss my car. Says most I've seen have the CVT transmission. Yeesh.
For that Mitsubishi. I think that's the route they're taking. They may have switched from Nissan CVTs. I'm not sure. You may have to do your research on it.
Because the one we're dealing with now is like a 2011.
Yes.
So the research the particular ones you're looking at and see if if it still shares that CVT with Nissan. Because if it shares it with like what's the other one we just named? Toyota. Then you in business.
They may have switched up because Mitsubishi. Every car manufacturer want to send out a good product because they don't want a bad rep. So they probably got a bad rep so bad they probably outsourced another transmission.
Absolutely. So just do your research and see if it's the same. It's the same platform as the Nissan.
And they may design got better too. So you just really have to research.
Absolutely. I tell you what, I think manufacturers need to start back getting together and having children together. Like the Pontiac Vibe that was Toyota and GM. Yeah. And then I think they did something with the what's that old little car, the Chevy
the Geo?
Nope, not that one, but a Cavalier.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That car was a tank.
Yeah,
but Cavalier. That's because they work together. So I don't know if they work together, maybe the world will be a better place. I don't know. Jeffrey says Hertz is dumping a boatload of their EVs.
That ought to tell you something there. Something wrong. that ought to tell you.
Randy in the house. Hey, Randy.
What's going
Randy,
on, buddy?
I can't remember. You a tech? Are you a tech up north? I can't remember because but what you missed? Let's see. The Kansas City Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. Boom. It was cold down in Georgia, but now it's hot. It might be cold again. Boom. We explained what ABS was. EVs are crap, and they're probably not the future. And that's it. That's all we really been. Oh, and Jetta's in the building tonight. Okay, and if you drive a Jetta,
a lot of Jettas in the house.
Just a little quick update of what we've been talking about. Leona says, I don't want to drop the transmission if I don't have to. Side note, I haven't seen any fluid leaking when it was running.
Oh, man, somebody's telling you some bull.
Yeah.
If you don't see any leaking, it's not going to be leaking from the torque converter seal. If it's leaking from, like I said, I'm no transmission expert, but I do know my way around them. So I can explain a little bit. The torque converter seal, once the torque converter goes inside the transmission, there's a torque converter seal that keeps transmission fluid from spilling out of your transmission onto the ground. If that seal is bad, you're definitely going to be leaking transmission fluid, no doubt.
I don't know. Fine. But you know what though? People say take it to a transmission expert. It's not easy to find these days.
It's hard to find good techs from what I've been told over the years. Because because I talked to a lot more people than I ever did in the past of my early mechanic years. And in my early mechanic years, I'm thinking, it's a lot of good techs out here. A lot of like-minded people like me. Man, what's the word we use for my Azaria when we put through in high school? I was green.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a culture shock once I found out there's a lot of crooks.
A lot of folks don't know what they're talking about. So I don't know. Just try to just get a second opinion for sure. Look at Google reviews to kind of see if the shop is reputable, and just kind of like, I honestly wouldn't even tell them what somebody else told me. I would just act brand new and then compare.
Definitely. And sometimes it's best to act I'm just gonna say dumb. I tell a lot of my customers that if you know something, it's best to keep your mouth quiet. The smartest person in the room is always the quietest.
Absolutely.
And you can catch people in lies that way. That's why I always tell people to have you a scanner. Every car owner should buy a $30 to $40 scanner.
On Amazon.
So if the check engine light do come on, let's say for a PO420, that's a common code. Mm-hmm. That's a catalytic converter. Mm-hmm. And you bring it to a shop. Don't say nothing. Don't say you put the codes or anything. Just go in. Hey, my check engine light is on. You know what the code is. But if they're coming back telling you need, let's say something like a transmission drain and fill, or you need a intake gasket. Wait a minute. What the intake gasket got to do with the catalytic converter code?
Unless they can prove it. Yeah. And if you're interested in any at-home tools that you can have, Alex has a little Amazon store where he done made a list of stuff that y'all can buy. It's pretty good stuff on there. Check that out. Amazon.com/shop/Alex the Car Doctor. Back to you, Alex.
All my right.
I always wanted to say that.
All my tools that I recommend is on there.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to the next question. Oh, wait, where we at?
You're lost.
Nah, I know exactly who it was because I was about to get on him because I ain't seen him in a while on here. So let me see here. Let me see. Where you at? It was Sweet Tea.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
I don't know.
Let me go on up here.
Because
I'm finna say Sweet Tea. Where you been? There he go. Where you been, Sweet Tea?
Huh? Yeah, we missed you.
He said, hey, y'all, I missed the live chats and I'm glad to be back. By the way, my dad absolutely admires Alex as an honest mechanic and a supportive wife. Thank you all.
Appreciate it.
We miss you, Sweet. Don't be gone so long next time. I know you be having life going on. Everybody do. Let me see here. Malik says, I have a 2015 Terrain. Oh, Lord.
Oh, gosh.
174,000 miles.
Time and change.
How do I prevent the dreadful frozen PCV valve? We've replaced intake and rear main already. Thanks in advance. Love the energy here.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Native Moore.
It must, you must be in cold climate. What climate is your?
I don't know if he said he might be from Atlanta. I don't know.
I haven't seen too many frozen PCV valves in my climate. How to prevent that? Let's see. You can install an oil catch can.
What's that? I don't even know what that is.
What it does is it replaces the PCV valve system, and it's an oil catch can. Let me see.
It's that like a legal?
Performance.
Is that legal?
Yeah.
Don't be telling that man up here to do stuff.
Oh God.
We strike that from the line.
No, it's just a performance part, and it still reroutes. It still vents the crankcase, and it still reroutes the crankcase pressure back into the intake, but it does so much better. It does such a more thorough job of not allowing oil, big oil particles to go back into the intake to crud it up. So it separates, all the oil drops down to the bottom, and the clean vapors gets reintroduced into the engine. So yes, it should be illegal to install it on your vehicle. It's just a much better design, and it keeps your engine a lot cleaner. I recommend that.
Okay. Really quickly, if you're watching from Instagram, we've been on almost an hour, and for some reason, they're going to cut you off.
Oh, Instagram
automatically at 1 hour. So if you still want to continue to watch, get on over here on Facebook and YouTube, because we're going to go on and keep on. Just want to give everybody that caveat there. Dave Pittman says, love your style, guys. Speaking of Toyota, I know the older ones are solid. Any of the newer one, trucks and engines to avoid? Thank you.
The only problem child that I know of, that I see in my shop a lot, are around the 07 Camry, that 2.4, I think it was.
Yeah.
That for some reason that wasn't a good year.
Just a bad year.
Toyota.
But the newer ones though, they're solid.
I haven't seen any issues or heard any issues around the block of the newer Toyota. Now, of course, everything have problems, guys. I'm not saying Toyota is perfect and don't give problems. It wouldn't be a Toyota repair dealership if it was perfect. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they're known to go further than their competition.
Now, as of December 21st, of last month, they are recalling 1.12 million vehicles for the airbag issue.
They always
it's always little stuff like that.
And they always recalling airbags. You know, it's not Toyota's fault. It's the company that producing the airbag for Toyota that is problematic. You know, Toyota don't. You know, a lot of automotive makers don't make their own parts. They're outsourced to this company for the airbag, outsourced to this company for the plastic bits, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So a lot of their 2023 models, including the Corolla, the Highlanders, a couple of Lexuses, the Tacoma, they got recalls going on.
So you should be receiving something in the mail if you have that.
That's what they call. They all have recalls all the time. But any major issue, Toyota still going strong, as far as we know. Anyway, Just Blaze says, "Is a 2012 G37 a good daily driver?"
That guys is a powerhouse.
He wanna trying to get where he got to go. Tell him, Just Blaze. I would say, I would drive it.
I wouldn't drive. Me personally, I wouldn't drive that as a daily because I know how I drive. I try to drive a more fuel economy vehicle, something slow so that I can avoid speeding tickets and avoid the urge of doing illegal stuff on the road. So I'm gonna say no because that's more of a sporty, fun vehicle.
You're saying from an economical
standpoint? Yes, from an economical standpoint, no. From a fun factor, yes. You know, by all means.
You got gas money and you ain't worried about it, drive the G37, man.
It comes down to you got to pay to play.
I'm gonna go ahead and play. If I had a G37, I'm riding around and I'm getting it.
Yeah, that 3.7 is a monster. Yeah, that thing is fun.
But if you don't mind gas money, go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of people do it. There's nothing wrong with it. They're very reliable, Infiniti, so you shouldn't have a problem.
John says, "I have a 01 Cavalier 2.2.
That's a good way.
That is hard to start, and most times I need to hit the gas pedal a few times before it starts."
I wonder. I'm gonna need some more information. Do you have a check engine light? Hard to start, meaning it turns over slow.
Like
you could have a lot of underlying issues.
But he had to get the gas though.
Yeah, it could be carbon build up around the throttle blade. It is an older vehicle, but it's a really good solid vehicle. Very good solid vehicle.
Again, that's that Toyota and GM child I was just speaking about.
Yeah, Toyota had their version of the Cavalier in Japan.
Yeah,
it looked so weird.
It looked the same.
I'm just saying, it looked weird being in Japan.
All right. Yeah. So, was it called the Cavalier too?
Yeah, Toyota Cavalier.
All right. Is that what you recommend for John?
It's hard to say because I don't have much information on the vehicle and I don't want to tell him nothing wrong. I need more symptoms.
Put me more symptoms, John. Let me
Hopefully
see.
We get to you.
We get down back to you. Joseph says, "What should I look for when trying to get a better light bulb or LED for the low beams?"
Better light bulbs for the low beams. I'm not too much of a light and an appearance person, but I would definitely go LEDs. They just last longer. Let me tell Zara to turn off my chicken. I got it on simmer.
I got it.
Go in the texture. Should I look for when trying to get a better light?
Alex cooks, by the way. I don't know if y'all knew that, but he cooked dinner.
Yep.
Okay.
Go LEDs. I would say you should be.
But what to look for? Is it anything?
Like I said, I'm not a.
We get ours off Amazon.
Yeah, I go to Amazon and I normally get the cheapest thing. If it don't work, I only spent $20-$30. It's so many different brands out there, and I don't specialize in light and appearance things, so I couldn't tell you what would be a good
But
brand.
We have LEDs in our cars.
I normally go off of the reviews and look through reviews and make sure it's in the 20,000 people reviewed this item. I'm like, wow. And normally have like a 5-star. So that's what I look for.
All right, I told her. Hector said, "Hi guys, big fan of y'all."
I appreciate it.
When you say y'all, I know you from the South. The South with an F, South. And it says, I have a 2014 Lexus ES350. It's been a Lexus week this week in the shop.
It's been Toyotas everywhere in the shop this week.
When I do a cold start, I hear a squeaky noise, but then it goes away as I drive. But it comes back when it rains or it's humid. Any ideas? So belt getting wet?
Yes. Oh no, the drive belt is. You probably have a drive belt wearing out on you. What I would do, bring it in immediately. Have all the drive belts replaced and all the pulleys replaced because you probably have a lot of miles on that Lexus. Normally Toyotas do. Upward of 200 or more thousand miles.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be very surprised if you got like low hundreds, 110, 120. But still, it's probably still time for a drive belt and pulleys. A lot of people, a lot of mechanics will just throw a drive belt on there, leaving the old worn out, dried out pulleys on there. And what's going to happen if you do that as a technician, the customer going to find themselves on the side of the road because that pulley done gave out. Mostly the idler pulley or the tensioner. They'll leave that old stuff on there. That's not the way to go. Put new idlers and new tensioners on there. That way the customer won't come back and it'll be good to go when it comes to warranty. Because if something go out, it'll be all under warranty.
Gotcha. All right. Hopefully that helped you, Hector. And thank you for supporting us and watching.
Yes, for sure.
Tavares says, do you do any mobile mechanic inspections for out-of-state buyers? Man, that man don't even have time to leave for lunch. Yeah.
I think it was Monday last week. Man, I did a mechanic life series. I was there by myself and we did some filming.
Yeah, I gotta post that. I'm gonna post it tomorrow.
I was running around like crazy. I was working on 2 cars at the same time.
Yeah. A lot of times, a lot of people, a lot of dealerships, not all of them, you just let them know, hey, I'm taking it to a shop. You know, y'all can come follow me over here or whatever. But we get a lot of that. If you're interested, just say, hey, I would like to take this to the local shop. We'll set you an appointment and get you in and out. You know, won't hold you up. And Alex will let them know, look, I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to find everything wrong with this car. And I tell
you, if you've been in an accident and everything. Absolutely. I'm no body guy, but I know what paint looks like. And I just know my stuff when it comes to that.
Thank you again for that super chat. Johnny Flynn says, what's your opinion on a 1997 GMC Sonoma 0.3 with the 4x4 and 187,000 miles? You're good to go on that.
Yeah, my opinion is it's a tank.
Yeah, they're gonna run forever.
Man, them things don't have no issues. Them 4.3s, I can't say enough great things about them. I rarely see one die. They don't. So if you go to if the engine does go out, they're dirt cheap because no one likes to stock them because they don't sell. Just like 3.8 GM engine, another golden child of GM. No one likes to stock them because they don't go out. So you can find one for $300, $400 for a running engine. Yeah. You're like, dang, and it be having low miles. This is a cheap car to maintain.
For sure. But yeah, go ahead and buy that. It'll serve you well. Kendall says, I have a 07 F-150. Does your shop service the timing chain? Yes. We do them all the time.
You got that Triton 3 valve, the problematic timing chain. Oh my gosh.
Yes, we do.
I like doing those.
Anthony says, 2005 Buick LaCrosse didn't have an oil leak at all and haven't hit anything, but unsure if there is a leak now or not. Do I need the oil gasket to be replaced? My engine light is on, also mentions EVAP system, but had pieces replaced and came back on saying the same thing. Changed the gas cap as well. Unsure what else to do.
My first question, why would you think you have a oil leak? Maybe due to...
Is it burning oil?
Mileage? No, those engines normally don't burn oil. It is an old vehicle. The only thing that I see that needs to be replaced, I'm assuming it's going to be the 3.8. The little crosses are normally the 3.8. Normally the valve cover gaskets will leak. Also the oil pressure switch will leak at times. That's all I normally see that leaks oil. Maybe I'm missing something. You're going to have to get that EVAP system diagnosed because it consists of a lot of components and somebody is not diagnosing something right and just throwing parts at your vehicle. I don't know if it's a shop or you trying to do it yourself, but the EVAP system really requires the right tools to diagnose it. And it's kind of hard for people at home to diagnose an EVAP system problem. You can, but it's just a little bit more difficult unless you just replace everything in the EVAP system, and that's not cost effective. So yeah, it needs a little bit more information about that oil leak, but hopefully that helps.
It says, thank you. I am bringing my art to you from Florida. I am a man. Oh, that's his name. He said, I mess up. Love y'all. We love you too. Thank you for always coming in the chat and contributing to the conversation. We appreciate it. Thinker Outside the Box says 2010 Jeep SRT. It's SRT night tonight too, y'all. Driving 60 miles per hour, heard a noise, lurch, then a rattling sound from the drivetrain. Took the front drive shaft out and drove around, no noise. Replaced the drive shaft, now at 40 miles per hour. It shakes bad. Is it balanced?
Yeah, that's what that comes to mind with that.
Like the way I had said that, because I know things about cars. You know what I'm saying? Because he say I don't be listening, but I be listening, obviously.
Yeah, something is not balanced properly. I don't know if this is a used drive shaft or a new one, but it really doesn't matter, because if it been shipped to you, it could have been dropped. It could have been handled not properly. Or weight could have fell off. Anything could have happened. But that's what comes to mind. What my wife said, balance issue on that front drive shaft.
So you might have to take it off. And I know there's a company around from us, Driveline. They balance the drive shafts, and they do a really good job. Thinker Outside the Box, Anthony. Well, we just answered that one. If I correct the question, yes, when he was talking about the Toyota, but he said Mopar.
Okay.
So we got you taken care of. CW said, O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
It's like that theme song.
A man called Kodiak Wild is sending his love. We love you back.
Love to you, buddy.
Oh, but he meant to laugh. Same thing. We still take that.
Yep.
Let's see what else. Thinker Outside the Box is helping out a couple of folks like he always do, because he's an awesome guy. Roger Soccer 19 says, hey y'all, what are your thoughts on the 2024 Nissan Nope?
I don't trust Nissan.
People seem to talk a lot of crap on them for some reason.
For a reason.
But I'm debating getting one for myself to replace my 2013.
Man,
you better keep that Corolla.
No, please don't sell that
Roger.
Corolla. Man, that'd be the worst decision you ever made.
Listen,
trust
baby,
me when I say that.
Let me break it down to you what's going on in these streets, in these Nissan streets. You got a Nissan Sentra, 2023 or 21. Transmission went out at 60,000 miles. They bring it to Alice, the car doctor. Well, guess what? We got to replace the transmission.
Was it that new?
It was new.
Sheesh.
Nissan says, oh, they're going to have to bring it here because we don't sell transmissions outside. Maybe it was because it was out of warranty. Anyway, the transmissions are going out at 60,000 miles. Okay, the CVT transmissions.
Maybe they fixed it in 24.
It was. I don't know if you want to play that game.
I wouldn't trust it.
Anyway, Nissan is at least in Georgia. If I called the Nissan dealership and say, hey, I would like as a shop would like to purchase a transmission or I can install for a customer, they would not sell nowhere in Georgia.
No one would sell you a used transmission.
Right.
Nissan got it locked down, lock and key.
Well, that's because they're tired of paying they're tired of paying other shops money for warranty work.
So they won't sell
because
get them.
Wait. Because when I buy the new or reman CVT transmission and I install it for you, you come back next year because it went out again. They got to pay me money. Not only do they have to replace it for you, they have to pay the shop money for doing it again. They tired of doing that, so they don't do it. So that ought to tell you right there
something wrong. And
that's just the big thing. We got to, you got some Nissans that eat up AC compressors. It's just problem after problem. If I was you, like the crap people talking about this car is for a reason. Keep the 2013 Corolla or go get another Corolla.
I don't care how many miles on that Corolla. I will keep it as a spare car.
Yeah.
This new stuff that they putting out is garbage.
And don't go get a Hyundai or Kia either. Hope that help you. And we love you. Okay, we just don't want to see you out here hurt in these Nissan streets.
Broke down.
Right. All right. Okay, we answered that one already with the Buick LaCrosse. He says, Trey says, how does a car owner know when a car needs a bushing replacement?
You will have to jack the car up and physically look at the bushings. There's a couple of different signs that you need bushings. When they get dry rotted, meaning they done basically turned into a plastic and they're starting to separate. When chunks is missing out of it and it has excessive play, whatever that bushing is supporting. When it's saturated in any kind of oil will chew at rubber. So even though it looks good, but it's got oil from whatever you repaired, and I'm like, dang, that bushing is really soaked in the oil. Let me try to wipe it down. By that time, that bushing has soaked up the oil, and you only have a matter of time before it disintegrates. So you might as well replace it before it disintegrates. So hopefully that helps.
All right, we got Daniel in the house. Thank you so much for the super chat. We really appreciate you. It. And guys, listen, I just want to say this. This is not a money grab or nothing. No, it's not. But there's a bunch of questions on here that we have to get to. If you like to want to see your question jump up, even if it's 99 cents, put it up there. I'll go and grab it and see it. So, and this is for our YouTube people. Facebook people, you probably just gonna have to get on YouTube. I don't know. But Daniel says, went to a shop to get the rocker arms replaced on the infamous 3.6 Pentastar. They charged me $1,200 for a single side only. Only found out after okay.
That's horrible.
See, the problem is
that's highway robbery, man.
Because don't they have to take off? How that work? When they take off all of them?
When you take off the intake, basically it's easy to get to the other side. But that's I hate when people man.
Because it's so right there. So as a shop owner, in order for me not to have you back in here, I'd rather you say, listen, we're not going to go in. It's like doing surgery. If you go cut somebody open, wouldn't you want to go fix all what's in there so you want to go back again?
You wouldn't leave the tumor in there. Oh, yeah, we saw the tumor next to where we were working at, but we decided to leave it in there. Yeah. If you want, we can go back in at a later date. Just, make the appointment. We cut you back open.
That's crazy. But,
I hate to see that.
Go ahead and drop what in. I'm gonna pull up on them. I'm pull up on them for you because they tripping.
If they in Georgia,
I'm pulling. Now why y'all do Daniel like that? I'm his sister.
Man.
All right. Sorry about that, Daniel. They should have. It's good practice to replace them all at once so you'll be done with the problem. So looks like at $1,200 you didn't need a cam, or did you? Like I don't even trust if they did the job right now.
Like what is going on? $1,200. That means if they would have did both sides, that would have been $2,400, which is a lot.
Yeah.
What we charge if you don't need cams?
About 17.
Yeah, so about 17, $2,000 price depending on if you need cams or not.
Yeah.
For both sides.
Both sides.
All lifters, all rockers.
Yeah.
So that's messed up.
I don't like it. Wildcat. Wow. I had to say that. Hey, y'all from Canada. You know what? I love my Canadian peeps.
We're going to Canada.
Yeah, we are. Heard it pop when I was driving. Then smoke started coming from under the hood. I parked up and popped the hood, and there was coolant everywhere. What could be the issue?
I would need to know what your vehicle is.
He already said it. There you go. Okay. 01 Sentra.
Okay. What comes to mind is you don't ruptured a coolant hose, and hopefully you didn't try to drive that thing home. There's so many different coolant hoses on that vehicle. You have your heater core hoses. You have your different bypass hoses. You have go on the upper lower radiator hoses. One of those hoses has erupted or your radiator has erupted. They use plastic intakes. And over the years, those plastics just give away and spew coolant everywhere. Please, for everybody out there, this is not just for you. If your car has spewed coolant everywhere, or if your car is trying to overheat, do not drive it, please. You would turn $100 repair into $1,000 repair.
Absolutely.
Simply
we just had a customer. He found you on YouTube. And we told him that same thing. He said that he had never heard that before.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is obviously not his first car. So definitely some kind of rupture. Definitely do not drive. And whoever's going to fix it, just tow it there. Or if you have a mobile mechanic, just have them, do it. And it's a cheap fix if it's just the hose, if it's radiator. But hopefully that helps you. Shout out to Mage. He said I asked them questions already, so he hit us with the super chat. Man, we appreciate you.
It. I love that. Love it.
Yeah, he making up for all them chats he missed. See, he ain't been here. I just playing. I'm just playing. You know we love ya. All right. Who gave it? Is it David Whitlow? I feel like it's something else. I like to get people's name right.
I know. That's your pet.
Mr. Whitlow. I know, right? Hey, Alex, can engine flushes damage your engine?
I've never seen it happen to me personally. I actually will advise you to do that only if you don't have no history on that vehicle. Let's say you buy a used vehicle. You don't have no history on that vehicle. If you don't want to shine a camera down in there and look for like sludge buildup, it's just easier just to flush it. Run some solution through it, clean it out. I normally do it all the time with certain types of vehicles. What I do, I use this product called Seafoam, and I will run it in the crankcase. You can also use transmission fluid. Transmission fluid is a good cleaning solution. Dump some transmission fluid in your engine oil, put some miles on it, and it'll help break up all that carbon buildup. It shouldn't damage.
Not a lot though, right?
It does a really good job. There's so many different.
I'm saying how much transmission fluid?
Oh yeah, not a lot.
So you know some clown go out there. Alex called out and told me to put 5 quarts of transmission fluid there.
You know, that's just like backyard stuff. Of course, I recommend going out and getting the proper flush solution, because doing it with the proper flush solution, they give you the instructions of how much to put in there depending on how many quarts you have. It shouldn't damage your engine. The reason I never see it, because you have what you call an oil filter on your vehicle. That oil filter is designed to catch heavy particles, like heavy carbon buildup. Normally carbon buildup, you can put it in the mind of charcoal. Charcoal is like little bricks, and the filter will catch that, and so it won't go in and destroy your bearings and things like that. And it also catch smaller metal particles, because at the end of the day, you have a lot of metal moving in your engine, a lot of metal moving components in your engine. Sometimes it will fracture off little shavings, even if your engine is running perfectly fine, and going and get caught in the filter. That's a normal process. So, yeah, hopefully that helps.
All right. And he also says, I enjoy watching you, Alex. You are one of my favorite YouTube mechanics, man.
Guys, I really appreciate all the love. I'm never in my mind, wildest dreams, thought I'd be anybody's favorite. YouTube.
Except mine, baby. You always been my favorite. What you talking about? You always been my favorite.
Besides, outside of my little bubble, I wouldn't, I couldn't have fathomed that in my head.
Can y'all believe he never wanted to do YouTube for real? I had to force him. I was like, we finna film this today. And now look, see, it turned out to be just fine. Thank you for your kind words, Mr. Whitlow. Sure. Is it Say and Day Transport? Says 2017 Jetta TSI. When driving and braking, vehicle goes to the right. Love y'all.
I love you too, buddy. First off, what comes to mind is you have some type of loose suspension component. You could have loose ball joints, loose control arm bushings. You could have also you can have a braking issue. Whoever been servicing your brakes haven't been greasing the sliding pins. You can have a sliding pin that's not properly greased up. You can have a flipped over brake line. You can have a restriction in the brake line, because he said when braking. So all this braking, okay, yeah. So it could be either loose suspension components or braking issue. Nevertheless, I would get this problem seen about immediately, because you could be riding around and something could be definitely wrong that could be putting your life in danger, and we definitely don't want that, man. So please, please go get that seen about.
For sure.
Yeah, it's safe. It's safety related at this point.
Kid Taz says, "Thank you. You two make a great team."
I appreciate it.
We try. Listen, it's been 17 years in the making.
17 lovely years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You all right, or whatever. I like you and stuff.
Have a baby by me, baby.
Nah, see, now that's why you trip. I told you we ain't doing that. We ain't on that no more. We ain't having no more children. Michi says yes. Her Charger couldn't pass emissions. Now it's purring. Remember, she was just there. Black Charger couldn't pass emissions.
With the flower?
No, she don't got no flower in her Charger.
That's was the just recent Charger. I just seen it.
Well, it might have been her.
Back. That's the one that comes to mind. It's black, and I did a video on it, and she has a flower in her dashboard.
Possibly, I don't know.
Yellow flower.
But because we've done the lifters before.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. She says purring like a kitten. I remember her, and she was just there. I couldn't remember.
About a week or two ago. But we still don't know what we fixed. But
did I fix
Did you pass emissions, girl? Call me tomorrow and let me know. Yeah. I want to know. Jacon 99 Abel says, "What's up from South Texas?" I like to say it.
Yeah, good old Texas.
Great content, brother. And people in Texas probably don't even talk like that. They said that was just wrong. I'm sorry. You know what? Let me just say Texas.
To Texas.
Great content, brother. Use some of your videos for my own DIY.
Nice, sweet.
I'm talking
Saving
about.
People money. That's my goal.
Yep, exactly.
It's hard out here sometimes.
Exactly. Chris Sexton says 05 Ram 1500 with the 4.7. Top half of the motor has been rebuilt. Heads, cams, lifters. Even crank and camshaft sensor replaced. Still having a misfire. Thoughts on what it may be? Smokes also now.
Okay. You could have like piston ring problems. You could be the control rings could be bad. The oil control rings could be bad. You could have broken compression rings. That's what comes to mind on your particular engine, as I'm hearing what you done to it already, because it sounds like you have a new top end, but the bottom end is still,
messing up. Yeah. Look at Mage back in here. I was pending cues with the chat. LOL.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Chris in here. We appreciate you, Chris.
Thank you for the support. I really do.
And then who's that? Lynn David Hart says, I got it 07. First of all, wait a minute.
I got some miles on it.
Thank you for the super chat, love. We appreciate that. And guys, by the way, we reaching the 4-minute mark here of an hour and a half. So I want to see the Detroit Lions finish whooping up on the whoever they playing. Look, I can't even think about it right now. Oh, the 49ers. The score is 24-7. So I want to finish the game. So we're gonna end here shortly. But anyway, Lynn David Hart says, I got an 07 F-150 with the 4.2, 325,000 miles. Sheesh. Just wanted to say thanks. The cost of a new vehicles. I appreciate your channel.
Man, I appreciate y'all love and support.
Thank you. And shout out to you for maintaining that F-150, honey.
You've been doing a great job.
Absolutely. Let me see.
You don't got your money's worth out of that thing. Now it's paying
Wait
you.
a minute. I had to grab this one right quick. Red Man Yancey said, had to pull over because I heard somebody trash talking Tommy the Tundra. I promise it will outlast the Gallant.
No, I don't know about that. That's a battle right there.
Oh, man. Listen.
That's
a
battle.
Listen, bro.
Battle of the finest.
I was taking up for you. I told him don't talk about Tommy the Tundra like that. All right. Katrin Wilson. I hope I said that right. He says, gotta pay to play. I have a Range Rover Sport and a Lexus GS 350, and the oil changes are $300 and $129 respectively. Shaking my head.
Yeah, that hurt.
You know what, too? And I see, listen, first of all, thank you for that comment, because the people, you know what I'm saying, some people are unawares of things.
Yeah, they get these big high-end luxury cars and think they can go to their quick lube and get the $30, $40 oil change and be fine. Ooh, that's gonna catch up with you.
Yeah. Ouch. And I hate that when somebody comes to me like, yeah, my dream car is a BMW or a Land Rover. I don't want to be like, don't buy it. Because I'm not a dream killer, but it's like, oh, man, did you do your research? Okay, well, all right. Maintenance is key. That's been my line all 2024.
Maintenance is key. You should. We had a smart customer call in. He called in and was like, yeah, I'm thinking about buying this car, and I just want to know how much, the simple stuff gonna cost.
Yeah.
Alternator, starter, or how much the parts cost on this car. Man, that was genius.
That was genius. And I've been spreading that advice ever since. If you're in the market for a car, whether it be new or used, call and just make a list of the things that gonna go out eventually. Starter, alternator, how much the battery costs, how much the oil. Does it have to have synthetic oil?
Does it use premium gas?
Find that stuff out. Run the price check on that stuff. Act like you already got one and call around. And see how much it's going to cost you. If you say, okay, I can't afford a $300 oil change, then you don't need to be buying that car.
Because you're just going to ruin it.
A radiator. How much is a radiator? Some radiators are $100 on cars and some is $700. So you got to do that research, guys, before you get out here and buy a vehicle. Unless you blessed to be married to a sexy mechanic who also cooks like me. I don't know how many of these they got out there. You know what I'm saying? But if you can get one of them, you good. Okay, because I'm going to drive whatever. He going to buy me that Cadillac Escalade, right? Yeah. With the 6.2.
That just give me the excuse to go in the engine and do my upgrade.
But yeah, no, y'all. Research is your friend. Y'all got Google, Chat GPT. Like, it's no excuse.
Yeah, Chat GPT will probably tell you all about the doggone car.
Tell you more than Alex. Thank you for that input, Katrin. I appreciate that. Evelyn says, love the Toyota hybrid on 2023 Toyota Sienna. I was getting 30 miles per gallon with 6 people and luggage.
Man, I'm about to go out and buy me one of them. 30 miles to the gallon with a fully loaded van.
Alex done turned into a van dad.
I love vans. They convenient. I can easily get to Autumn. Slide
the door open by themselves. I don't know, man. I'm not doing it. Put me in the lap. I'm telling you. Henry Galindo says 2016 Nissan Rogue, 135,000 miles. Replace the brakes, front and rear, shocks and struts have metal on metal clink when releasing the brake. Help. So when he replaced the brake, when he released the handbrake, it's a clank noise.
What comes to mind? Let me see. Nissan Rogue. If I can remember correctly, that's a 2-in-1 caliper design. I don't think it have park brake shoes. I will have to see. I can't think of it right now. Something may be loose or a worn out sliding pin or something like that. Something is not done right. That's what comes to mind.
If you did it yourself, just check back over your work and see if did you miss something. Yes. And if somebody else did it, go back up there and raise hand.
Yeah, something is not tight or something is not done right. That's the only thing I can say about it, because every situation is going to be different. I would physically have to see the car. I can't think of the design in my head right now. If I know what I think it is, then yeah, something may not be done right. But if it has park brake shoes, which they'll have that too, it could be something going on with the park brake shoes loose. I don't think it has park brake shoes. I think it has the 2-in-1 caliper design, which the park brake is the same thing as the service brakes.
All right.
Hopefully, the same thing.
Hopefully it help you, Henry, with your Rogue. Oscar Milton said, dang, making me regret my Nissan purchase, 2020 Rogue.
Just the best thing I can tell you guys with the Nissan transmissions, the engines are wonderful. Oh my gosh, that 2.5 is a beast. It will last. The downfall is the transmission. The only thing I can tell you guys, if you're trying to prolong the life of your transmission, do your transmission drain and field service every 25,000 miles faithfully. 25 to 30,000 miles. Do not listen to your manufacturers, because manufacturers are now saying, oh yeah, you got lifetime fluid. Lifetime to a manufacturer may mean 60 to 100,000 miles. Yeah, that's the lifetime. That's when, it's out of warranty. That's their lifetime. When it's out of warranty, we don't have nothing else to do with it. So ignore anytime it says lifetime. This is just for not only for Nissans. This is for a wide variety of vehicles I'm talking now. Ignore that. Do your transmission service, no matter what they say lifetime. There's no such thing as no lifetime fluid. Come on now. The next thing they're going to be telling you, oh, it's got lifetime oil. Yeah, you do that if you want to.
All right. I was just pulling up the ratings on that. Look at this.
Ratings on what?
I'm trying to get on the Consumer Report on his 2020 Rogue and see what they talking about. Because, listen, there's rules and then there's exceptions to the rule. Now, the worst offenders in the Nissan space is going to be your Altimas and your Sentras. Those are the ones that have the most problems. But, that don't mean your Rogue is going to be bad. And right here it says it has an 81, according to JD Power. I don't know, is that an important number? Out of 100, it has an 81 score on your Rogue. Maintenance is always going to be the key, but in the back of your mind, know what beast you're dealing with. Like a lot of people think that Alex preach against getting a vehicle with the Pentastar. On the contrary, we're just providing the content so you can know what to expect. Okay? So
our granny, she still got the original transmission in her car. You know, CVTs don't like to be dogged. So if you have a lead foot, that is not the car for you. That transmission will go kaput really quick. But if you drive like a normal person, which we all should, I can't speak for myself.
I be trying to go, man. The traffic in Atlanta is
so me personally, a CVT will not last for me. I'm assuming if I do the transmission drain and fill or not, because sometimes I can be a little rough.
I like that. Let me stop messing with y'all on here. TJ Souls, thank you for the super chat, my dear. We appreciate it. Say, hey, y'all. That's that y'all again. You know I love it. You know I love it. Say, husband wants to know, how do you do a drain and fill? And do you need to change the transmission filter? Nissan Sentra 2006. And wait a minute, before you answer that, I would like to say, I know we crap on newer Sentras, but them older Sentras, they be riding.
Now, that's the golden child of Nissan era, 06 and under.
Yes.
So that doesn't have a CVT transmission fluid. It has an automatic transmission. Now, to answer your question, there should be a drain bolt on that particular transmission. Google is your friend in locating the drain bolt. I would physically have to show you, and I don't have no example. So Google is your friend. On that particular Nissan, they were still doing dipsticks. So you can just pull out your transmission dipstick, put a funnel, top it off with, normally it's going to take about 4 to 6 quarts for, drain and refill.
And if you're not sure, you can call the dealership and ask what your quart capacity, or your parts store should be able to tell you what your quart capacity is.
Now, they may ask you, are you doing a drain and refill or a total refill? Because it's going to be a difference. Total refill is going to be probably like 8 to 10 quarts, and a drain and refill is going to be 4 to 6 quarts.
Make sure you get your quart capacity.
And the transmission filter on that particular transmission, if I remember correctly, is built inside the transmission. So sometimes when dealing with transmissions, they're not serviceable. So don't worry about that. Just change your fluid.
All right. Hopefully that helps you. Oscar. No, that ain't Oscar. That's TJ.
Yeah, TJ.
He must be at the bottom, because now I got to get back to Ash, Mike, Marie, Michaela, and Micah.
Oh yeah, I remember this name.
That's the M family right there. Williamsburg, Virginia, in the house. I love it.
What's happening?
Randy said, Alex, the love doctor. Indeed, indeed he is. And I ain't just saying that, man. The man is great, man. What can I say? Tyler Jackson says, bought a Toyota Crown Platinum.
Ooh, nice.
Got it from the dealership, but they put it as a Toyota Camry price. Should I be worried about the hybrid system? Already, man. Oh, I don't know. Why they do that?
I don't know why they did. I'd be worried about the hybrid system. No.
Now for real now.
System is
like, I like a good deal, but what you do that for?
But he said it's already malfunctioning.
He says, I'm worried about that.
Oh, what is that?
He worried about it already going to malfunction. Okay. He's trying to see how he been duped. You know what, Tyler? You probably got a good deal.
Yeah, maybe they just gave you a good deal. Guys, when it comes to buying vehicles, I always tell people to get it checked over by a qualified mechanic. Preferably not the person that you're buying it from, because the dealership is for the dealership. They're not for the customer.
They want to increase their bottom line.
Yeah, they want to make a sale. So you need to get an unbiased opinion. Bring a mechanic with you. Hire mobile mechanics. They're becoming so popular these days. Come out, check the vehicle out for you. But it's a Toyota. I wouldn't be worried about it too much. I like Toyotas.
Right. You should.
I like turtles.
They did a update video. That dude, a grown man now. Joshua Rick says, howdy, where the cherry Pepsi at? Man, hey, listen, we did get a cherry Pepsi, but it ain't gotten in on the cherry Coke.
Yeah, I tried it. I was like,
we tried them side by side.
It ain't hidden like the Coke.
See, that cherry Coke put a hell on your chest.
They still putting that secret sauce in that Coke. They're not telling us something. That's why I gotta stay away from it.
Okay. I'm gonna take a couple of more, guys. Then we got to go.
It's like going on.
Mage says, "Are you selling any cars? If so, how can we buy some off of you?"
It's so hard to get cars up. As soon as we do sell them, people like buying cars from us first off because they know I work on them and I'm not gonna sell a crappy car. But normally people will pick from our crap lot, meaning hey, these cars ain't even ready yet. They have me washed up. They be like, "Yes, I want that one. When can you start on it?" And so they sell right when they get they're
already pre-sold.
They pre-sold,
which is a blessing, by the way. However, so the name of my company is Wonder Woman Cars. I'm separate from Alex the Car Doctor. So right now I'm in the process of building a website, and as we get cars, hopefully we can crank up the volume.
We're trying.
Because going up against his customers, it's like y'all be flooding that shop, and I'm like, can I please get one of my for sale cars in, just please? So, I'm gonna create a website, and you'll be able to see what we got up there.
It's like it's almost like worse than trying to order a car from the dealership. Yes, I want this. Okay, it'll be 2 months. That's how it is. Like buying cars.
So busy at the shop. We getting ready to head into a busy time. T Winkle says, I love my 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport SE.
They may have switched the transmission.
Yeah, they could have. I like that.
I do believe it has the CVT transmission still.
All right, guys. Last one. Yeah. I'm so sorry if we didn't be able to get to you. Gary Smith says, hey, guys, thoughts on the new Honda Pilots? We have a Kia Telluride, but want something different. Thanks.
It's a Honda. The Pilot has always been one of my favorite little SUVs. What steering you away from the Telluride?
Yeah, we want to know that.
Because now Kia makes some nice stuff now, guys. I'm not gonna lie. They're like the Telluride, and if you have the upper end trim model, it's like being in a Cadillac. But you know how I feel about Kias. It's overcomplicated stuff under the hood. It's just they have a lot going on, but it may be good.
All right, so listen, I finally got this thing open. I know y'all can't be seeing it. I'm gonna have to start making my dual screen, but the guy that was saying that he bought the 2020 Rogue, I finally got in the Consumer Report and his overall reliability. I know you can't see that, but it's a 54. Or if you can't see it, the doggone colors is yellow and red, so you know what that means. You see what I'm saying?
Look, the people who bought one is not satisfied. They just got a score of the lowest.
Yeah, for sure. But we want to thank y'all for coming to the live. We will be back next Sunday, same time, 7:00.
We enjoyed you.
Oh yeah, I want to keep talking, but I need to go fold clothes. Alex cooked dinner. I need to eat that. Okay, and read a book. One of my kids. So
go watch me some car videos.
And okay, go ahead and close out because you know what, we love y'all so much.
We love you. Alex the Car Doctor out. See you guys
on the next one.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.